we needed more motors to run all the subsystems that they designed, right? So they had to come up with a way to run all the systems with the right amount of motors. So they designed a system that allowed them to run one motor on 2 different systems. And so that was a really ingenious way to go. And I think the judges really saw some great potential in that.
The Collins Aerospace Innovative Award is given to a robot that demonstrates a new process or a unique aspect of the robot that functions well, that the judges are just impressed with. And so our team was awarded the Innovative Award primarily for our lift, which uses a shifting gearbox, which is just something the judges hadn't seen before, as well as some other unique aspects to it. We started out by prototyping ideas, thinking out ideas and prototyping ideas, so we cut out a bunch of tests with our machines.
After we did a bunch of tests and prototypes, we then moved on to designing the final robot. We used a lot of computer-aided design, so we completely did the entirety of the design on a computer, and then after we had that design, we then went forward and manufactured it using the tools and resources we have here at the high school.
And then once we cut out everything, we assembled it, mixed between at home and at school. And once we assembled the entire thing, we programmed it, the coders programmed it, and we tested it out to make sure everything worked.
We worked very closely with our build team. So at the beginning of the year, when we're thinking about what our robot needs to do, we think about the build elements that need to be there, and we also think about how the programming elements support that. And I would say last year we put a lot of effort into giving ourselves a foundation for the code we use, and I think Carlo can elaborate a little bit more on that. But yeah, we kind of try to work with the other team just to make the process as symbiotic as possible.
Yeah, so the builders were talking about how this year they started from scratch a lot. I think for the programming team, we've had some stuff to work off of from last year. So Anish and I both started as programmers last year. And what we wanted to focus on was longevity with programming, because there's a lot we can do during one year for the current season, but we can also build tools that we can use for the next season and so on. So last year we started working on a state engine, is what we call it, basically just a way for us to simplify our code into small chunks that could be called quickly, so that we could rapidly make new scripts. And so we've been working on that over the last 2 years, and I think that's really helped us out. And we've been focusing on having stuff for the future and being able to build on that.
I would say the whole school community has been so supportive. I know we've all got tons of supportive emails after each competition, and especially the teachers in our STEM Academy, which is also contributes a lot to our robotics team. They were really excited about it. It was a really proud moment to represent our school, and it was a lot of fun too.
I've been pretty COVID aware this whole year. My mom's high risk, so I didn't want to go in or anything. So I've been doing virtually like this for the entire year. I haven't even touched the robot this year, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I think the switch to COVID this year was weird, but I think it strengthened us as a team. And I say that because we had a lot of goals last year for we wanted to do more CAD, we wanted to move to Android Studio, and COVID really forced us to move into those things. The builders started doing CAD more because that was the way that they could share designs with each other. And we started using Android Studio because GitHub and version control let us share code with each other. So I think that really strengthened our team. And yeah, I think even though I've been virtual this whole time, I've had a way to connect with the team still and work together.
The double wobble. Let's see if they can go fetch that thing now.
Take on Wizards.exe with that.
Oh, what? There it is. There's 300.
Get it out. Get it out. If it's gone, you guys might get it.
Go.
Oh my god, wow.
Winning that awards, you can advance through the competition either by ranking highly or by winning awards. So because we won the award at all 3 of our competitions, we were able to advance to states, and then we even qualified for the Worlds competition, which is actually canceled due to the pandemic.
So after we were told we were qualifying for Worlds, we had put aside robotics for a little bit to kind of move on, get some other things done, and then we were going to come back to it. But then we heard that robotics was canceled, so now we shifted more to like an off-season approach, where we think about planning for next year and the years ahead.
We also have some outreach things that we're planning, reaching out to middle schools, trying to get more younger kids into robotics so that when they come to high school, they can be a part of this program as well.
I'm always in awe, to be honest. You know, I love being able to provide opportunities for them to do this, but I'm far from being as ingenious about the solutions as they are. You know, it's like I see things one way, and then they'll say, well, wait a second, what if we did this? And I'm always like, wow, that's awesome. You know, and so I usually just say, take your ideas and run with them, and then if I see you straying a little bit too far off, I might correct the path a little bit. But otherwise, I really just leave it as open as possible for them to explore and design and learn as they want to, you know. And I think that's a lot more powerful in terms of a learning environment and a learning opportunity for them because they own it. You know, it's all them, and they're making the connections themselves without a whole lot of intervention from us, which, I don't know, I wish we could do that for all classes and all learning opportunities, to be honest.